right, we are live back here for our second Big 12 conference tournament games. We've got the 5-4 Texas Longhorns, 18th in the country, taking on the 5-4 Houston Cougars in a 3-2 matchup to see who's going to take on Big Baylor in the Big 12 conference tournament final. So we'll see how that plays out. But joining me back in the booth is Proxy. What's up, Prox? Where'd you go, brother? Uh-oh. We lost Proxy. All right, he'll join us once he figures his stuff out here. Houston with the rebound. Flint, quick outlet pass to Ditto.
I'm here. I'm sorry. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My old lady was...
Ah, you're good. Triggs needs a sub, by the way, if you want to hook him up. It's up to you.
Yeah. I'm just out
Green.
smoking a cigarette right now while we call, but I will take care of one of you guys in the computer.
Yeah, no worries. Trigger, we'll take care of you, brother.
Yeah, just keep that chat. I mean, what a good matchup we have here. Both 5-4, I believe. 15 ranked versus 18th ranked. Texas versus Houston. What I'd like to see is how much of an impact Sandcastle's going to have in this game for Houston. He's really been the team leader in a lot of categories and all around just one of their top guys. So I'm excited to see his performance in this conference tournament.
Look at that. C-Web gets a job. He's starting to gift subs out. He just hit Trigger up with a sub. Thanks, C. Much appreciated, homie. Sandcastle with the rebound. 3-2 lead here early on for Houston as they're looking to push the tempo early. Good block, but a foul on Robert Green. So Houston to the line to shoot those free throws. Yeah, get to 30. Get us up to 30, boys, and we'll give away some packs. That is the conversation that we've had in the last stream. We need to do it earlier, though, not in the last minute. So get your booty in here.
Yeah, and all you guys who missed last game, you really missed one of the best games I've seen so far with Baylor upsetting Kansas.
Yeah, that was huge. A huge game. Houston already out to a quick 4-2 lead here. Burner with a quick 3.
Yeah, Texas coming off a loss against Baylor last week. Hopefully they bounce back here and at least give Houston a run.
Bow Hunter gets rejected there. Trigger said buy some cars more from him, and he doesn't, so he doesn't have to walk a lot. He'd watch more. That's funny.
Fair enough. Foul there on the take. Texas looking like they want to even have to score here early. And it's over.
It's over. A little bit of a ticky-tack foul there.
Yeah, what are you looking for in this game, Wired? What are your things to watch?
I mean, I think if you're Texas, you need somebody beyond Robert Green to step up here. Green, Texas has been so inconsistent this season. They've played some good, tough, close games, obviously, but last week lost to Baylor, only putting up 68. So definitely need some depth offensively. I think they can score. I think they can score offensively, and we know they can play a good D with the likes of either Theo Marcos or Enrique Spider down low. So they've got the bigs to play D. The question is, can they get those extra contributions besides somebody else, besides Robert Green or Percy Cooper Jr., who are the only two Texas Longhorns in double figures?
Yeah, Burner already with a takeover. I think you're 100% right. I mean, you have these guys that can take over the game, but it really is a win by committee, I think, for both these teams, with an illegal screen there for Burner, who was just talked about.
I will say Houston struggled earlier in this season. I think they weren't playing to the capacity that we've seen the Cougars play with in the past. So for them, I think this is obviously a winnable game for the Cougars. Texas gonna have to put in a little bit more work here, but Houston playing probably their best ball heading into the tournament, which bodes well. So. Diddle 5-2, no good. Spider up with a rebound. I hate when the bigs bring the ball up. Nice alley-oop give and go from Stover to Spider, and it's a 6-5 lead.
Yeah, a little back and forth early. We like to see that. I think this is one of the closer matchups we're going to see in all conference tournament play. Both of them coming in with an equal record, but I think they're well matched against each other as well.
Shanahan for 3, Drano. Well, one can hope. Listen, you got a competitive game. Who knows? Maybe I'll ask you in the booth more often.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the conference realignments next season as well. This is a good way to go out this season with this alignment, but I think we're going to see a lot more competitive games and a lot more games that matter down the stretch next season.
Sandcastle to Flint. Flint blocked. Here comes Cooper trying to push the pace. He's such a speedy guard and gets stripped by Shanahan at the last second. Shanahan goes for the alley-oop. Enrique Spider, yeah.
Good defense. Yeah, no more 4 free wins. I mean, you're going to get some wins for sure, but, there won't be as many teams 1-6, 0-7, because a lot of these teams that may be on the bottom of the league are going to be playing each other more often as well.
I'm looking forward to it. Sandcastle. Ooh, little running skyhook there, doesn't go.
It was a nice move, but we want to see him finish those.
Also got to talk to
Texas has 3 activated as well, so.
For anybody that's interested in cyber faces for next year, my guy has gone back to school, so I might need to find a new person because he said he did not bring his computer with him. So TBD on that. So just a heads up for anybody that was interested in cyber face for next season. I'll update if we get a new one, but.
Did we get that sub out for someone? You said someone needed a sub?
No, let's see what I've got. Trigger.
He's good. Nice. Perfect.
Stover. Viewership is it's only at 9, but not surprising because Texas is probably one of the least active teams in the league. So
it's all Houston watching the game.
Could be. Could very well be.
I have to open a few tabs here and get a few more accounts in. No, I'm just kidding.
Give away free packs to yourself?
I don't need them, but someone might.
11-9, Houston up by 2. Ooh, nice pick there from Spider. Stover couldn't get past it, though. 2 Houston defenders staying down low. Spider going to set a good screen here. Drive. Oh, Spider got to keep going to the rim there for the pick and roll.
Yeah, it was ill-advised. No reason to pass that. He had the lane.
Good follow. Gilman.
Yeah, it's been defensive. It seems like over the first 2 games so far, early on, just a lot of defense, some low-scoring game. But, Baylor ended up, I think, with 84. So, second half, they kind of turned it on.
Stover for 3. Clangs it off the back rim. Christian Mai gets the screen, pick and roll. All he had, his teammate, he gets it to him and finishes. And you can see Houston early on going to that pick and roll has really been effective.
Yeah, Houston has 3 scorers above 10 points on average with Flint Jr. everywhere and Sandcastle. So they definitely have the scoring power. And McFadden even averages 9.9. Bo Hunter averaged 9.2. So, they have almost 5 players averaging double figures on the games. So I'm actually slightly surprised by their record. I know they had a tough out in the out-of-conference, but Houston really is a well-built team, and I do suspect that they'll have some success, if not in this tournament, definitely in March Madness.
Yeah, and again, Houston, I think X-Face, Coach O. Houston, really late in the season kind of figured it. Again, this season's been a learning curve for a lot of coaches. The Cougars have always been a shoot-3 kind of team. That's the way they were built. He loves to shoot from beyond the arc. But I think what came to more of an epiphany for Houston late in the season is they had to change a little bit of that mentality, just slightly, not a ton. They still like to shoot the three. They'll never go away from that identity, but they definitely changed up and figured things out, and that is the reason why they've played well better down the stretch.
Yeah, contested shot there.
I mean, they had a huge win last week against Houston. Against Kansas rather. So
very true.
Ooh,
I think anyone
take the trade to the plate. Sean Berry third with the dunk, but talk about a little bit of a traveling violation. There was no dribble.
Yeah, the refs weren't looking at that. They must have been looking at something else. Great take there. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, I mean, anyone who feels like they don't have a chance in any of these games, I think Baylor proved anything can happen in any given game. With the right game plan and execution, there are no teams that are out of it. And anything can happen in March Madness as well. So, I think everyone should lock in and game plan. That's what matters. It's just about putting a good game plan together.
Yep. Faux show. Marcos hands it off to Carlton.
I wouldn't be too upset to see Oklahoma upset Tennessee, but that's just me being biased.
Sir, wake up. Knock on my microphone. Wake up, sir. You're dreaming.
I think I might have to call that game just so we have a chance. No, I'm kidding. I think it's already being called. But
deep shot there goes up. Murder what up. And I got your DM, brother, so don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Just wasn't going to do it this morning since you guys don't play today. 23-15, Houston on top by 8. Entertaining first quarter. Cougars looking good. Texas up and down here so far. We'll see how that plays out the rest of the way. 3 quarters left to go, though. Plenty of time for Texas to get back in this one. Watch the CSB on Twitch.
Yeah, good first quarter. Houston actually started scoring pretty consistently, and they're on pace for almost 100. I think Texas needs to lock in on defense specifically. They're allowing a lot of second-chance points so far, it seems like, and Houston's taking advantage of that. So, 8-point game in the first quarter is not terrible, but not ideal for Texas.
McFadden. I'm excited for next season. We talked a little bit about the conference, I talked a little bit about the conferences changing. I'm going to lean a little bit more into the mod. There's a few things I want to change. Maybe do some updating on some stuff. Add a few, get a couple custom jerseys for some teams that might need them. I know we've got some teams like
you owe us one.
I do owe you one.
Yeah, what are you looking to change as far as I know this is your first season with our first season with 24. I mean, what have you seen that you really want to change? Is there anything game plan wise or just the way it plays out?
Not game plan wise. I think I'm going to look to see what it might entail to throw in a custom rotation. However, with the custom rotation, I might limit it to it's a lot of work. Listen, game plans take a long time for me to input daily because there's things that I have to do that I didn't have to do for 20. In 20, I would change it once. In 24, I got to change it every single time the coaches make a game plan change. So that's an extra step that I didn't have to do last year. I'd like to, obviously adjust a few of the settings. We want to make sure some of these defensive arcs are not being wasted. So there's some, just tone down the offense just a little bit. 24 is definitely more of an offensive-oriented game. Is where we're going to fire up for 3. Can't get it to go. Sandcastle to put back. So that's something from that perspective I want to kind of take a closer look at. Settings, there's a few things that I want to kind of adjust.
But you're thinking more on cosmetics and visuals.
Well, cosmetic and visuals as jerseys, maybe updating some of these conference tournament courts, especially knowing that next year we're going to have merged conferences. So I got to look at that.
Yeah, for sure. I think the product that you're delivering in CSBA delivers is still very high quality, and there's of course, always going to be things people want to see improved. But all in all, I mean, it really comes down to putting in the work as coaches, which is a good segue into all the new coaching we're going to have next season as well, along with all the changes we're talking about with conference realignment. I think, what is it, 6 new coaches or 8? How many new coaches do we have in this year?
I think there's like 8.
Yeah, so I mean, that's big. I mean, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for new coaches to learn, but some of them may not be carrying in bad habits. Like you said, the difference between 20 and 24, like you said, it's a learning curve for some of these coaches who've been doing it a while, where these newer coaches are kind of starting from 24. So that could be a benefit to them too. We might see some surprise runs from some of these newer teams as well.
Absolutely. And, we talked about cosmetics. I want to change the ticker. Whatever, the score bug. And then I'm thinking about if I can find somebody to do it consistently to update our ticker. Maybe I'll pay them to do it, daily, whatever, weekly, whatever we're going to do. But I liked doing the ticker last year. I was the one who did it every game. And it just, again, that's another hour back to my day of, another hour of things I have to do to what I'm.
You want to do a league ticker or a conference ticker? Like, is it going to be
no? So if you look back at last year's games, we had a score bug that kind of was up here, and like VGL underneath, we have a ticker, and it just ticks through like last night's stats and whatever, like updates on the scores. It's a lot for me to do. It takes me between. You got to remember, if I'm sitting in doing game plans and I'm spending a few hours doing that. And then I add that onto it. It's like my brain is fried by the time I get to it. It's just a lot to do. So I either need to hire someone to help me do it. Maybe we can come up with even a better template, because I do like some of what VGL was doing. Maybe there's an opportunity to do fantasy again. We've done fantasy in the past, but again, need somebody to be able to do that. So I'm looking for more help. And I know, like, Csba is relatively, with his job, is stretched thin.
Good dunk there by Sandcastle.
Yeah, this game's tight right now. By the way, it's a 7-point game. Texas hanging around. So there's just a lot of little things that I want to do, but I also need the help. I can't do it by myself.
Yeah, there's a few of us that are trying to get a little more active in the league, I think, with just helping out with certain things. So I think between some of the new guys and maybe a few more hands on deck, I think that's something we could definitely work out for sure.
33-26. I mean, I'd like to figure out a way to find time to do a vodcast again, like a Wired Up weekly, but it's just so hard to find the time.
I feel that,
you got to realize we're streaming 16 games a week. That's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. That's the thing. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of stats. It's a lot of preparation, and then just like you said, it's not the week to week issue. It's just being consistent. Like anyone could do it for a week or two, but to be able to hang in there and do it all season long, I understand that. But
yeah, it's a big lift. It's a heavy lift.
I would love to do a podcast. I think. I mean, I'm sure people are already over my voice, but I always wanted to do a little weekly show where we can recap some of the leaders of the week and maybe some predictions for the following week. It wouldn't take long, maybe 30 minutes at a time, and just kind of a quick talk and have some guests on, coaches. I think that would be really good for engagement. So I'm actually interested in maybe hosting that or co-hosting that, or working with you, because I can make it a consistent thing, like on a specific day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, hey, every Saturday or Sunday at this time, let's get together, let's talk for 30 minutes. I can do that. You know what I mean? I think people would really enjoy that.
Absolutely. Content is key. And I think, part of why engagement this last season has kind of dropped is the content hasn't been there as much. I mean, I love the recaps that you guys are doing. You and Zachary are doing. They're just been phenomenal. But, I know there are, for some people, things are more about watching than it is about reading. This day and age, this just a product of our generations now. So.
Well, yeah, and people just being able to press play and listen, whether they're walking the treadmill or as what's his name, who's driving
Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, Hunter, and Hunter's doing his DoorDash. Just being able to sit there and listen is nice too. It's a convenience thing.
Absolutely.
And honestly, people want to hear people talk about their team, and they want to hear them talk about their player. That's what keeps people engaged. You know what I mean? So if we were to do it, I'd like to try to cover as much as I can and give. It's tough to do it in a 30-minute window with, like you said, 16 games, 32 teams. That's 320 players to talk about.
But even if it's just talking about who's hot, who's not, like.
Exactly, yeah.
Just a lot of little things.
Players, the drive to say, man, I want to improve my player. I want to get better so that I can be talked about. People aren't going to talk about that's what they want, but that's what they want. That's what everyone wants.
Absolutely. It's a sim league. It's about your player. There's a nice 3-ball by Flint in the corner, but it's a sim league, and at the end of the day, I know I watch VGL for my guy. I mean, I want our team to win, but I'm always like, get my guy the ball, get my guy the ball. So, like, you want to hear, you're putting money, you're investing in the product, you want to hear stuff about it. So, Hunter wants to do a podcast too, so definitely talk to him.
We can partner up and do co-hosts and then, cover it. I think if he has the time every week to do 30 minutes, 45-minute podcasts, and we can roll them out consistently, I'm definitely down to do that with you, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be on camera, although camera is nice, but it doesn't have to be.
I just don't want to get everyone all turned on when they see me in person. So my voice might be enough.
Your wife might get upset.
Yeah. No, but for sure voice, and then obviously maybe we can get the production up. We can include highlights and things like that for some things, which would be really fun. I know you were talking about that before, so
yep.
I know that's something you're interested in. I think Hunter, I think we could set something up and then have guest coaches or interviews or have a guest speaker, that kind of thing. People would love that. I think it would be a lot of engagement there. So
I agree.
Yeah. Not to hijack the game, Houston's doing well here. They're pretty much consistently 10 points up as Texas tries to fight back. But the defense here for Texas just isn't going to be enough to win this game, to be honest with you, the way Houston is scoring.
Texas got to step it up. They trail by 13 right now. This game's starting to slip away slowly. Spider down low. Enrique Spider off the glass. Good bucket there from Spider. Proxy, I don't know if you have to go after the game, but if you have 10 minutes afterwards, I would love to chat with you.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes. I gotta run and do some errands today. My nephew's birthday party tonight, but I wanted to get in the booth and get my feet wet a little bit. But yeah, I got 10 minutes.
All right, cool. Shanahan for 3. Just so I know that I don't want this some non-CSBA stuff I gotta talk to you about real quick. So
yeah, sure.
13-point lead again. Good foul there. Put back by Houston. Cooper.
Good shot there, but
yeah, it's a good shot.
Really.
Oh, Green not able to get the first one. Go back up.
Put it up, boy. Put it up, big boy. There he goes. Get the bucket after all.
47-30. They're hanging around at that 11, 10, 12 mark, so they need to step it up defensively.
Bo Hunter. Respectable. Their defense just ain't there. They're just not stopping Houston from scoring. Houston's on pace for 100 points as they were the first quarter.
Yep.
Texas is gonna have to change up their defensive schemes here because Houston's kind of having their way with them on offense.
24 points the first half, 25 the second, so 49 total for Houston.
No shot down the half for sure.
Yep.
Contested shot.
Loving what I'm seeing here from the Cougars, starting to play like their old selves, a little bit inside-outside game. Bo Hunter reminding me a lot of Josh. I think it was Josh Smith. Was his last name? His previous player. Very dual, versatile player, inside-outside. Texas got to step it up defensively here, though, if they want to get back in this game. Josh Young. Thanks, X-Fix. I knew it. I said Smith, Josh Smith. I was thinking of the basketball player. Josh Young. Bo Hunter, very reminiscent of that player. But any quick thoughts here before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, just as I was saying, Sandcastle's obviously doing his thing. Houston's just playing the game they wanted to play. You know what I mean? You can just tell. Shooting 55%. And really offensively, they're not struggling at all. Defensively, Texas just needs to fix some of these slow, lethargic get-outs to stop the shooting from Houston and obviously play a little bit better defense. But I mean, Houston's just a hard team to beat any given day, and they're executing on their game plan, I think, as you would expect. So Texas is gonna have to change it up, play a little more aggressive, I think, and a little more fast-paced.
49-36, 13-point game. Check my DMs. Uh-oh. Always scary when I hear that.
Check your DMs. Oh, bad pass. Bad entry pass. Fast break for Hunter here. And he pulls up. Misses. Burner with the rebound. And they're moving the ball quickly up the court. And another steal for Houston. 3 turnovers already in the first minute of this. 4 turnovers now in the first minute of this third quarter for 2-1 on both sides. So I think everyone needs to settle in a little bit. This is the conference tournament. These games matter. Slow it down. Stop giving the ball away.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just talking to C-Web on the
No,
back
you're
end.
good, yeah.
Because it's about
I can cover a little play-by-play here and there, you know. Got a little experience. Great and one there.
Counted in one green. Big bucket there.
I used to do play-by-play for my high school basketball back in the day. I mean, that was like 15 years ago. I'm old, but... See if he capitalized on the N1. And he does. 3-point play there for Texas. And they cut it back to a 7-point game. They're hanging in there. They really got to capitalize on some of these turnovers that they're forcing. Instead, they're just giving the ball right back. And a jump shot there is good.
Ditto. And that's the thing is Houston's got some guys who can fill it up from the outside.
Ditto. The junior shooting guard. Houston just shooting really well tonight. See if they can keep that pace. Bad shot there. It's not going to go in. Sandcastle's defense is just too good. Good take there for Hunter. Couldn't finish. Should have went up with his right hand, not his left. I don't know why he contested it on himself.
I'd like to see Cooper get involved a little bit more for Texas.
There.
Sandcastle got a hand on him.
Yep. Sandcastle is honestly just I'm a little bit glazing, but I played him in the 3-on-3, and he's just a dominant force down low. I think you got to give it to him. When we did Park After Dark and we were beating them 7-1 and lost to the would-be champions, yeah, I'm not salty about it or anything. Hey, dog, don't decide on any arcs yet till we talk, but I'm a little busy. You better not be making choices without me. Or you're in trouble, sir. Call one game and K-Dog's already created as a player. Yeah, for sure. We'll talk about it for sure.
55-39.
It's a weird feeling to be so excited about the next season when the first season's not even over, you know what I mean? But yeah. I think with all the changes that are coming, it's just going to be a fun season. Is it 14?
Well, here's the thing. This part of the season, we always lose, and this happens for 13 seasons. So, like, I'm not, like, if you're sitting here saying, like, oh, you're complaining, why, blah, 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 no, I'm not. Sorry.
Texas with another take and contested.
We may have an emergency situation where C-Web might have to stream the next 2 games literally right after these. He's got a family member in the hospital. So I'm kind of talking to him about that. I can't stream tonight. I have plans. That was part of the reason why we did the wonky times.
Yeah.
So he might have to stream the next 2 games. Anyway, long story short, 3 balls up, good.
Good.
The reason every season towards the middle, the middle towards the end is they've cut it. They've made this a 21 point game. Jesus.
21-point game. You blinked and it was done.
Yeah, K-Dog, Proxy does a great job in the booth. I already told him that already. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep I think we need, we want to improve on the commentating and really just work on just improving everything we can to get more activity and more people invested in the league. I think for all of us who really enjoy the league, That's what everyone wants to see. Whether they're able or willing to do anything is up to them. Everyone has a life, and I know a lot of people are busy. But there's a good core group of people here who want to see the league prosper. So if you are thinking about getting involved, reach out to Wired. The help's important, but it's about trying to be consistent for him too. He doesn't want people to show up one week and disappear the next.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is towards the tail end of the season. He keeps messaging me. I'm trying to put two head. So the middle to tail end of every season, in real life comes up. People start watching a little less. They get busy, whatever. Which respect, like I get it. In real life should always come first. Count of the one.
And one. Great take there. You got Alex. Who's that? 45. Theo Marcos, center, junior.
Yep. So the viewership and the activity always goes down, right? I mean, it's just natural habit. So what I try to do is I try to get people pumped up for the next season, and that's the reason why I release some of that stuff.
What's up?
Skater, you shouldn't have ads. You have a Prime sub. All right, Skater, I'm gonna get you a sub. No more.
Yeah, Prime subs you still get, but you don't get them as much.
Not anymore.
You get a few little ones.
You can now enjoy the stream commercial free, baby.
Tier 1
like NFL Red Zone.
Yeah, so there's a good, strong possibility we may not have those other games.
Oh, they're not gonna happen today?
Possibly.
Okay. A little makeup game here and there isn't gonna kill anyone.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I thought Prime. So wait, you have to gift Prime subs? Is that how it works?
Oh, like he's a Prime sub, but may not be a Prime sub for this channel, is what K-Dog's saying, I think. Like they've linked their Prime, but they have to sub to this channel with that Prime.
I'm confused.
I always thought if the Prime showed that means they were sub Prime to this channel, but it is just a face badge on it, so. Yeah, it's so if you link your Prime, you have a sub, but in order to not get commercials for that channel, you have to be subbed with that Prime to that channel.
Oh, I feel you. Okay.
So if he goes to another,
so if he's a Prime sub, his crown will still show. He's just not necessarily a Prime sub to this channel. Got it. That's why I don't get commercials on VGL. That makes sense because I Prime sub to VGL, so that makes sense.
To be honest, for anyone in sim leagues, multiple sim leagues, it's just more lucrative. I mean, obviously you want to support the channel, so definitely sub. But having nitro is helpful, especially when you jump between several different Twitches. And I like to watch gaming every now and again, laying in bed. Yep. So that pass. But
I use my Prime sub every month on VGL. That's where I use it.
Yeah, I've gifted a few subs here, a few subs there, but with Nitro, it's like, I feel like, hey, they're not going to be mad at me for not being a sub with my Nitro. If I gift a few subs here and there every month.
I love you, X-Face. You know that, buddy. I have X-Face and X-Face and I talk barbecuing all the time. Well, we used to talk barbecuing. I haven't smoked any food lately.
Yeah, I'm starving, so we can talk about it, but this game's getting a little out of hand, so unfortunate for Texas. I don't think they have it in them to make a comeback here, but
maybe I'll do something.
I think Houston's better than their record shows, to be honest.
They are, and I told you they've come along. They've started to heat up towards the end of the day. I think X-Face has figured it out. So
yeah, they're going to be a dangerous team in March Madness as well. I think nobody wants to play against a team that was in the finals last year, especially a vetted coach like X-Face who knows what he's doing.
Gilman with the foul. Christian might not be able to hit the three. Yeah, maybe I'll smoke something tomorrow. I got to talk to the wife. I know my kids wanted Italian, but we just went out for Italian dinner last night. So
you ever heard of Big Back Night?
What's that?
Well, so we're having like my nephew's birthday party, and we call it Big Back Night, where every like adult that's coming to the party brings like a large amount of food from somewhere, right? So essentially it's like a smorgasbord of different places. Like,
That's cool.
someone will get a bunch of Cane's catering, people will get wings, pizza, and you just kind of like someone will get burgers. You know what I mean? And you just kind of have like a buffet of all these different places.
All right,
We call it Big Bag.
I got to ask, you're a Californian. In-N-Out burger, is it worth it?
No.
Okay, because I've always heard In-N-Out is like the best.
My girl
burger.
loves it, but my girl's from California. See, I'm from New Jersey, and I moved here, and I like In-N-Out, but I don't understand the hype. Whereas my girl, she'll live and die by it because she's from here. So I think it's more like born and raised Californians will tell you it is.
Gotcha.
People who, implanted to California, they're not going to tell you it is. It's good, but it's not anything crazy, to be honest with you.
And I now know why Whataburger X-Face said. Now I know why Now I know why you and I get along so well and like each other so much, because you're from Jersey, I'm from New York. That just told me why.
Yeah, it just works.
It just connected. Where are you originally from, Jersey?
Well, like right outside of Philly.
Oh, okay.
But like South Jersey. Yeah.
Where
But I've lived in North Jersey. I've lived everywhere in Jersey. But yeah, I'm from there. Joined the army and then moved to California after that and just haven't left. So
Gotcha. Ooh.
good shot there. Contested. Houston's got this game right where they want them.
Yeah, I think they got it made in the shade. Texas.
But to your point about Houston kind of trending upwards at the end of the season, and based off of the Texas last loss against Baylor, they're kind of on the down, as you'd see. It's no surprise Houston kind of had their way with them today. After Baylor kind of beat Texas in Texas last week, it just kind of is no surprise to me. I think Texas is getting cold at the worst time, and I think Houston's just heating up.
No, I think you hit the nail right on the head of that one. Shake Shack is good, by the way, K-Dog. I like Shake Shack. All right.
Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. I think I'd agree. But to be honest, I know you guys are going to be like, no way, but Five Guys is like one of my favorites. I just love Five Guys.
I like Five Guys as well. They're a little greasy, but I do like Five Guys.
A little greasy. You know what we get? We get a grilled cheese burger. It's like not on the menu. You have to like custom make it. And they make a grilled cheese, and then you add 3 patties in the middle. That thing is fire.
Get your 4s up in the stream chat. Hubba, what's up, brother? Hubba needs a sub. Well, he's got a 1-star there. Does that mean?
That's Biddy's.
Bits leader. Okay. He's a biddy. Yeah, he needs a sub. Give that guy a sub.
Yeah, he's
What's up?
He's subbed for 33 months. The dude's a monster with subs, but I'll get him taken care of this time. But that boy does no.
Hubba's my boy. My guy from Vegas. Johnson. I'm a big Hubba fan. Him and I go way back.
Yeah, nice.
He's been an OG for a while. Don't know if he'll be coming back after this player, but actually, yeah, you're a junior. So actually, he's still got a season left.
His name's Hubbard, right? What's his player's name?
He is DeAndre Burner. He was our former Oregon coach who won a national championship. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, DeAndre Burner, yeah.
Poor guy went and played for Percy.
Yeah, tough outing there for Texas and Burner.
Ray's in the Ray. You don't like answering my DMs, by the way. Getting mad at you. Mo used to be my best buddy. Say, you're done. Put a fork in you.
Yeah, the Cougars look to close out this game. Up by 26 now, so I think we're just in the chit chat mode at this point because this game's pretty much over unless Texas can do a huge run here late.
It's alright, Ray. You don't love me no more. It's okay.
And that's not going to do it.
Ray, when do you get your ass back in the booth, my guy? You promised me you were getting. Oh, I got this new cable, and we've got all this stuff and a computer, and I'm gonna get back in the booth. And the guy goes MIA. Crazy. Stover with the putback.
Well, that's a good start to a comeback, but they're going to need a lot more than that.
They're not coming back on Houston. Houston's too good of a team.
Yeah, if I was Houston, I think I'd rest the starters at this point. Sandcastle, we don't need to see an injury for Sandcastle going into the finals against Baylor.
You bought that house a while ago. Shut up. Cooper for 2. He's got to get going here.
There it is. Good putback. They need some defensive stops, but to be honest with you, that's been the problem all game. They just can't find a way to stop this Houston offense. I mean, offensively, Texas with 50 points, they're looking to average about 65 to end the game. It's not a winning score for sure, but, you know, teams have won with less than 65 in the past. It really comes down to their defense, which they're just struggling to find a way. But that's a good stop there. Let's see if they can turn this into 17. See, it's 24 and 21-point game. Bad shot. He's just not open, but miss off that. We haven't heard much of Ware tonight. I don't know what he's been up to, but it's the first time I've actually even seen him hold the ball, which might be bad for me. But contested shot, and the man, the myth, the legend, Sandcastle there for the putback. 16 minutes, 13 points, shooting 86%.
By the way, there's a song about, I don't know if it was a song or it was from a TV show, but it was like, there's a basketball something. It was something like, you're a little too slow, we're gonna, well, now I just messed it up. I had the whole lyric in my head and now I forgot it. Sucks to get old.
It does suck to get old. I had one of those moments yesterday. I was looking for this computer.
You're a step too slow, son, a step too slow. We're going to go now, we're going to run. And then there's a little bit more to it, but that's the part that I remember. That's what, when you said defensively they're not playing great, and kind of was thinking about how they're a little too slow.
Yeah. Three badges showing here. Great block there.
That was a big block.
Huge. Let's see what they do with it, because the story of the night's been they get there it is. Good alley-oop there to Green. They get the turnovers, they're getting the stops, but then they're going back and turning the ball over right on the other side of the court. And that's happened a lot tonight. So, you know, it's not to say they haven't had opportunities. I think Houston's just playing more consistent.
78-54, 407.
An open three.
Shanahan throwing darts out there.
Easy shot. It helps when you have 4 players setting screens in the paint for you.
By the way, just to tell, if you know you're looking at the call sheet, look at Houston and the amount of players on the team that shoot threes. There literally are 2 that don't.
Yeah.
Think they're built around the arc?
Yeah, and they're all shooting above 30% except for McFadden, who's shooting 28.6%. But you have 2 shooting above 40%, so that kind of cancels that out. And I think anyone shooting in the 33+ percentage range for threes, I think any coach would be happy with that, to be honest with you. For 3-point percentage, that is obviously not
absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
I mean, it depends on your game. I mean, it looks like Houston just finds ways to get guys open, but you just have that exact thing that just happened where even when they miss an open shot, there's just a big down there, mainly Sandcastle, who's just dominated the rebounds and putbacks. I mean, the dude's just been... I'm like really glazing this guy, but I've just been so impressed by Sandcastle's ability to dominate the paint against any matchup he's had. I mean, he averages 10 rebounds a game. Like, that couldn't be right.
What's that? No, it's sometimes the stats.
Yeah, it says he averaged 11 assists, but it says...
Well, it says Robert Green averages 23 assists a game. Yeah, no, that's not... This is what's the most frustrating thing about our call sheet. Why, kid? What?
I was about to say, Sandcastle's averaging a triple-double for the season. He's not. But I think he does average 12 points a game and 10 rebounds per game, which I think is accurate. I think the assist column might be off.
I don't understand it when a user comes in. Sometimes when I'm in there, all of a sudden the data tab changes columns and the assists and rebounds change. It's just these two. It's legitimately just those 2 columns, the rebounds and assists every game. Weird. I can change it. I'll go into the data 2 tab. I'll look at the column. And then adjust it, but like when like last night I had it perfectly, the call sheet, right? And then C-Web came in and he's like, yeah, the stats are wrong. I'm like, no, they're not. I hit refresh on my screen and I saw what he was looking at. It was just so weird. I don't know why it does that. I can't figure it. It's legit just those two columns. And it's tied to the website, so it's an HTML thing. I just don't understand how to fix it.
Yeah, I refreshed. Well, I won't rely on those.
It won't. Points per game, steals and blocks, and everything left of our rebounds per game are all right. It's just those J and K columns. The rebounds and assists. Right. It's just those two. Everything else is correct.
Yeah, but most efficient was Sandcastle when I started looking at the sheet. Now it says most efficient is Kreis and May. So,
are you kidding me?
I think it's just because the stats are messed up now. That's why.
We just crashed. Looks like game GG's. The game just crashed.
Wonderful. It happens, but
the game's over.
That was well over anyway.
It's all right. It is what it is. It was 2 minutes left anyway, something like that. So.
Yeah, I mean Houston just dominated on all facets of the game. I don't think Texas really had a chance. It's not the end of Texas season. They're obviously going to be in March Madness, but they're going to need to, they're going to need to dig deep and figure out what they have to do differently because their last two games have just been abysmal. Losing to Baylor by I think 8, and then just getting dominated by Houston today, this morning, whatever time they're in. Yeah. So yeah, Texas season's not over. They're just going to need to fix a few things. But Houston. Going into the finals against Baylor, I mean, it's a good matchup for them. I think if anyone was rooting for Baylor, it would be anyone on Houston because I think Houston feels that they could really beat Baylor, and it would be a lot easier of a matchup for them than Kansas. But Baylor's just hot, so I'm excited to see the finals for this conference. And, 2 good games today. One of them a little more of a blowout, but all in all, I think, it's been a great time with you, and, it's been a good time.
Yeah, sorry, guys, about that. Obviously, Houston had that game well in hand. It was I think it was almost close to the third. It was mid-20s, I think, with 3 minutes left. So, appreciate you all tuning in. There's going to be an announcement. I got to call C-Web here in a few minutes about tonight's games. Apologies, stupid tech. I'm so annoyed, but Texas was coming back in that game. So, we will see you guys. Look for the next update here should be happening in a little bit. I got someone to grab the stats, but appreciate you.